And the next item, which is commonly used among users, is Relocate project, which moves the model relative to the shared coordinate system. Sometimes that you have modeled your project, that the position of project base point is not accurate in relative to the server point. So you have to move this along with the entire model. So in such a condition, we cannot click and drag. So we can use Relocate project to just move it graphically. Firstly, we open the view, and before using Relocate project, we open Annotate tab, Spot Coordinates. We select it, and then we add it here to specify the coordinates of these points based on the coordinates of project base point. And let me add some spot elevations at the corners. However, this is not necessary to add these. I'm just adding these spot elevations for the spot coordinates to help you understand the process. Then from Manage tab, Relocate project. Then we want to move it, which the move symbol is shown here. Firstly, we can click on the project base point and then changing its position wherever we want at our desired angles. For instance, along this way, and then I import a value 3500 millimeters. Then you'll see that the entire value, these values are preserved because we have set them to project base point, as you can see. But if we set them to server point, then when we are relocating the project, we'll have some changes upon these values. Watch this. Again, select, and I move them. Control Z. Relocate from this point 1 meter. Watch this. These values are changed. Great. Done. Select. And then I set it to project base point. Then again, relocate project, or I can move it in other position. Then it will be relocated based on the specified direction, like this way. Again, this time 5 meters. Watch this, close to the server point, and then linear. There is 6.88 meters. The distance between server point and project base point. Relocate project. Or I can do something else. I can pick measure and pick this point. Watch this. I copy 861. After that, in position, I move it downwards. Let me paste the value 861 like this way. Watch this in order to round the value. As an example. So we can consider these settings for relocating the project by this way, and this impacts on the entire model since all of the elements are moved and rotated. If we select them, watch this, the coordinates are changed by this way. For now, we did not change the elevation since it is 0. So if we want to move the elevation here from visibility graphics, I can search for site, project base points, and internal and project base point to show them all. Then I select the server point here, like this way. Let me move these levels. I select the server point 2 meters upward in relation to the survey point, or Control Z. Then in order to move the entire project, we can use Relocate project. Then I move it upwards 2 meters. As you can see, the entire model is moved, but if I move the project base point, the model is not moved. But when we use relocate, it impacts on the entire elements and model. So if we open and check the spot elevations, you'll see that they are influenced when we relocate the project as well. This is project base point, and I click and then I set these to server point. Watch this for the elevation base. The elevation base of the server point is 2 meters, while project base point elevation is 0. Then if I select the server point, we got 0, while when we select the project base point, the elevation is 2 meters. I can open a spot elevation, and then I can check include elevation as well. Check it out, and know that I have set the coordinate base to project base point, so it is 0. If I set it to server point, as you can see, the elevation changes to 2 meters. I set it to project base point. Therefore, relocate project in position drop down list that you can find it in project location panel is one of the projects that can, is one of the tools that can be very helpful and practical for you if the project base point is positioned at an inaccurate position in relation to the server point. You can move the entire project with the project base point.